we're ready to get started. If you talk to any of the players, I'm sure they'll tell you that, since August all the way till now, playing against each other, it's time that we, have an opponent. So congratulations to Mike and Steph and the Lady Cajuns on their start. We been inter-squadding. Today we got 3 more innings, and then we'll shut that down. Then work out, Wednesday, and the light workout on Thursday, and then ready to go for the weekend. So our starting rotation is going to come out with Gunner first on Friday night, and Marks on Saturday. Nick Lee will take Sunday, and then Giller he'll take Louisiana Tech in the middle of the week on the road. So we want an older arm on the road against Louisiana Tech. And we'll put the freshman in on Sunday. Let him sit and watch at least 2 games before he comes out to throw, and then from there, everybody else will head to the bullpen for us at this point in time. So open up the floor for any questions. As we get going, we feel we're ready to go, that we've practiced long enough, but you got to go find out. So we'll do that this weekend.
Coach, is it unsettling at all? You have obviously a lot of talent, but also a lot of question marks and unresolved issues. Is there so many games early that it kind of works itself out, or is there any concern with that?
No, I think every season, brings different challenges. And last year it took us a while to fix some of the challenges we had. We couldn't rush it. Trosclair couldn't get on the field from labrum surgery. So until we got him back on the field at 15 and 13, we took off from there. Plus, a lot of the freshman pitchers got more seasoned. If you look at the 3-run innings we gave up, we were 15 and 13, and then the 3-run innings we gave up after that stretch, they went down enormously. They started to get on our system and start pitching according to the way we want to pitch and stay away from the 3-run innings. So they got better as the season wore on. So it's a long season. You use the season to try to get yourself ready. I don't know how many teams out there with 11.7 scholarships, 27 people on scholarship, a limited 35-man roster, Tommy John's all over the place, and you can't start practice till January 29th. I don't know who's fully ready. I think you need the start of the season to do that for you, and I think you need the first half of the season to try to get yourself ready to go for the long haul. So no matter how we start, whether most races aren't won as soon as the gates open, it's a long season. So we'll see where we are, and we'll use every game, and we'll use what Matt's going to try to do against us to see if we have any deficiencies, and we'll use every game to try to heal up those deficiencies as we go. When you play early in the season, you want to use everything as a measuring stick. This weekend again, Mike and the girls did great. This weekend, they're going to use the next couple games to continue to see where there's any deficiencies. That's what we do. You'd love to say we should have figured all that out in inter-squads, but that's hard to do. I mean, we're playing ourselves every day. We don't. The pitchers know the hitters know the pitchers. They know all the steals and the thing that we're going to put on. So it takes playing to really work some things out. So we'll get going Friday night, and then we from there we'll try to answer any situation that arises, and then try to continue to work to be the best we can be as the season goes on.
With all the options you have in the infield, how high up on your priority list is it to establish your double play combo up the middle?
Well, I don't know. Again, I think we're going to really work the infield kind of a little backwards. Whoever settles in at third, that might dictate who plays first, and then we'll work from there. So we'll figure that all out. I mean, as we get going, Trosclair is the guy we'd love to have at second base, but we got to see if we can get somebody else to settle in at first base, if that can happen. Do we rather Joe in center field or at third base? And Brent at third versus second. Those are the things we'll move around and see where we are. We also have the right to pinch hit left versus right because we've got some good left-right situations. The night the starting pitcher could dictate who starts at a couple positions due to whether they left or right. So, you know, we'll move them around and keep playing. And if something settles in and we say, hey, that's it, well then, you know, we'll settle in and go with it.
The way Nick has performed in fall and in the preseason, was that pretty much determined that he's ready? You think he's ready?
Well, we think he's ready. You know, we do think he needs to go out there. I mean, he is a freshman. So no matter what, at the end of the day, he's still a freshman. I mean, Gunner was a lot better pitcher at the end of the year, his freshman year, than he was at the beginning. So was Wyatt Marks, so was Guillory. So they are freshmen. So, but you got to get them out there. You know, Mike said it last week before their season started. You know, you got to get the girls in the circle. You got to get them throwing. I mean, you got to let him get out there. And you don't always develop through winning. Is it nice to come back 5-0 and know that you're developing? Heck yeah. We'd love to be Monday morning 3-0 and we're developing. But you don't always develop all the time through winning. There's going to be some times you're going to develop through some bumps. So we'll see. I think protecting him on Sunday is going to be good. He'll get to watch 2 games. And I think putting an older guy on the road is important for us because we want to try to take care of the Tuesday, Wednesday games. I mean, you're going to face Tulane, you're going to face LSU, you're going to face Southern Miss. I mean, and you're going to face some teams that maybe have a poor RPI. So that can hurt you just as much as a conference game because now RPI is so important. So it's just we're very fortunate that we can maybe name 4 starters right now and let everybody else get into the bullpen, not have to do a Wednesday game like we did last year where you throw in relievers, you know, 2 innings and 1 inning and 2 innings. And now you're throwing a reliever because he wants the work instead of, you know, forcing him to work in the middle of the week because we don't have a starter that can go out.
What challenges do you expect with the Bearcats?
Well, you know, their coach knows everything we do, and we also know everything he's doing. You know, Matt's a very good coach, so is Lance. They're going to play hard, they're going to compete, and they're not going to wave the white flag. So you're going to play 3 9-inning games, which is good. He's trying to get his guys in there. Sometimes it takes time, you know. I've always believed, you know, we won our first conference championship here in my 3rd year. I think you got to get your people in and you got to let them learn how to play the way you want to play. He's still trying to do that. He took over last year and almost won their conference tournament championship. And then now he's let some, you know, he's cleaned out kind of his roster and got in the guys that they want to play the way they want to play. So he does have a lot of young guys. But, you know, the way they do their fall is similar to ours with a lot of the Navy SEAL training and stuff. So they're not going to be just your typical freshmen because they're going to have trained very hard all fall. So, you know, it should be a good weekend. I mean, we know they're going to come in and compete, and we're going to have to compete to be able to be successful.
How quickly do you think you're going to be able to, I'm assuming you guys are going to be on pitch count this weekend, so how quickly do you're going to be able to establish those bullpen rules if guys get an opportunity to come in for a
Well, I think a lot of people will throw this weekend because when you start January 29th, your first team practice, you know, that's not a lot of time to get arms ready. Now we were getting ready before that, but so we're going to definitely keep a safe count on our pitchers. I mean, I don't know if they'll go more than 60 pitches. So we will throw a lot of people this weekend.
Where do you think, you might not be able to answer this, but where do you think Hogan fits in? Where's his kind of profile on
Well, I think where he could be a candidate for our 5th starter if we need to, and I think he's going to really, really help us to back into that bullpen. I think he can, you know, be you know, very, very dominant closer, or guy back into the bullpen. I also think that, you know, somewhere along the way, we wanna also develop him. We like him as a starter too. But he's got swing and miss stuff, and that's what you want at the back end of a bullpen. He can strike somebody out with one out and a runner at third, so he can't score an out. Being he's left-handed, he'll control the running game as compared to, say, a righty in that situation. And, we've got Marks and Moore are both draft eligible this year as sophomores, so we also have to, make sure that, if Major League Baseball comes in and takes those two guys from us, we want to be able to make sure we can move somebody up into those spots for next season.
Did you have anybody last year who was, Mike on this, did you have anybody like a lefty guy out of the bullpen? I mean, most of the guys out of the bullpen last year were the right-handers.
Yes, that's a luxury to have that kind of left-hander out of the bullpen, believe me. So that's kind of where we think he can serve and continue to grow, continue to mature, and I think you'll eventually see him, I think be a big-time starter. I just think we're right now for the role we need him on where he's at right now. I think the best place for him right now is to come out of the back of the bullpen and maybe be a fifth starter when we have 2 games in the middle of the week.
Do you guys have even a chance to do what you did at the end of last year if Clem and Trostler didn't do what they did they catch fire?
Well, I think the 2 things that helped us last year finish the way we did was, I think, getting Trostler onto the field because he's a great leader, and then the pitchers gaining experience after midway and learning what to do. They were good pitchers, but they were still freshmen. And I think all of them matured along the way, and then Clem came on too and gave us, an addition, a very good left-handed bat with some power. So, I think that was huge for us. And like I said, every year is different. This year we're going to come out. We know the pitchers. We're a little bit more familiar with them. But again, other people are more familiar with them too. Matt's real familiar with them. So they're going to have to pitch against charts now because there's going to be a lot more charts out on them as compared to last year. So they're going to have to go through what they have to go through, and we're going to have to go through what we need to go through to try to reach our potential. And what that potential is, I don't know. I know what the public thinks it is, but what the public thinks sometimes is not always the case. You got to go play the games. Our biggest concern is to make sure we stay focused on baseball and our process and not worrying about anything else.
Did you know that Clem was capable of that type of success?
We always thought Clem could be a very good player. I thought he needed to play more.